So the Society of Jesus, in reflecting on its most recent statement on our mission in the world as a mission of reconciliation and faith, putting out a decree 2 years ago at our recent general congregation, those involved in education, especially our board, reflected on that document and extracted from that 6 priority issues that our institutions should concentrate on in order to prepare young people for that world down the road or on the road. So we selected the following important 6 priorities for our schools. And perfectly evident here in this conference. Your organizers were perfectly aware that these are the key issues, and we see this throughout your own planning. But we need to form our own leaders, our administrators and our faculty in the Ignatian tradition. What is it that we're trying to do with the formation of leaders? What is it that our leaders need to know and to have in order to be able to give? Formation of our students to be civic and political leaders in a globalized world. This is perhaps Father Arturo Sosa, the President General. That's probably his chief concern, that our schools become agents of forming leaders for this new global world. He's a Venezuelan, and he sees there that it's the political leaders that have basically destroyed the country. I don't think it's an overstatement to say that the country is being completely destroyed by the present leadership. Leaders will always want power and want more power unless there are citizen leaders and others to replace them who understand the limits of power and the need for the common good. We have a world in which interreligious dialogue and understanding is urgently needed, so that we cannot, these issues cannot be used to the advantage of some and the detriment of others. Economic and environmental justice is our 4th theme. Clearly there's enough research about this, and Laudato Si is our kind of charter for the Pope's recent encyclical. Laudato Si is our charter for what should be happening. How do we create schools that promote the agenda that is in those that particular document? We want to educate the marginalized. We need to reach out to more places where there's a hunger for learning, a desire to really become part of the global society, and how do we reach them? How do we reach those folks? We have a program called Jesuit Worldwide Learning, in which we actually go into refugee camps. We go into very war-torn countries that as soon as the war has stopped, we'll be moving into Syria as soon as that's over. We're in Afghanistan, in Iraq. We need to go to even places that are not necessarily war-torn, but places with a lot of social strife, where people are fleeing. The very notion of 50 million refugees at minimum, 50 million and more migrants is really stunning, and it's the largest percent of people on the move, largest numbers of people on the move since World War II. And finally, peace and reconciliation. We need to understand more about how the university can be the home for sides to come together. Just think of, for example, if we're going to solve economic and environmental problems, the university is the last place that can call people from both sides of the problem. The people that are affected by the problems of environmental degradation and the people whose businesses promote environmental degradation. They're often educated in our schools, in fact. Is the university a place? It's not government with its agenda. It's not corporate leadership with its agenda. It's not even church, excuse me. It's not even church, but it's a neutral place where both sides could come together to look at how to solve problems.